Kathmandu, the capital metropolis of Nepal, is a booming city despite its problems. The alluring houses, the ever-ceasing movement of expensive imported vehicles, the lavish modern lifestyle of the Kathmanduis give an indication of level of affluence of this medieval city. This is in contrast to the quiet and almost motionless village economy in many parts of Nepal, where poverty and deprivation is pervasive. One wonders, why does this strange dualism persist in Nepal? One further questions on the merits of immense natural beauty, immense diversity, and the existence of enormous resources and potentials of the country, about whether Nepal has to be poor as it is now, with almost half its citizens living below the absolute poverty line. Intriguing questions led support activities for Poor Producer of Nepal, or SAPROS, to undertake a series of studies to explore the roots of the underlying problems. The Sarai option study and the subsequent Hill option study endeavored to track the roots of the problems and concluded in no ambiguous terms that it is the wrong policies and weak institutions that led to the unexpected outcome. The study found that most state policies provided no level playing field for the poor. There were wrong selections of institutions for project execution that gave room for choosing complex and expensive technologies that did not serve the needs of the poor. Billions of rupees invested in the erection of life-supporting infrastructure have thus been wasted. The subsequent visual disposition of the failed infrastructure picturized during the tenure of the two studies speak of a ground reality which stand as the monuments of stupidity for a newer generation to learn about what to do and what not to do in the future. Challanges. This project, located at Kalyanpur BDC of Saptari district in eastern Nepal, was started with the financial assistance of ADB3 Structural Project in 1994 and was inaugurated by former Honorable State Minister for Housing and Physical Planning, late Mirza Dilshad Beg, in 1996. This 17 million rupee project looks glamorous from outside, with extensive overhead tank, elegant pump house, a large compound area, and a large guardhouse, but the only thing lacking is that it does not deliver the service that it is supposed to deliver, the drinking water. The system is now fully non-functional owing to sunk pump in one boring and well failure in another boring. The local people recalled requesting the authorities for a decentralized smaller borings at 4 different locations to serve the same population at 1/4 of the cost, so that even if one system failed temporarily, others will be working. The authorities paid deaf ear to this request, and the consequence is that the local people have to resort back to traditional hand tubers. They, however, are still paying the demand charge for electricity, hoping that the mistake will be corrected and that they will get water from the system someday. Mithua drinking water. This project was established in 1981. It was constructed by the government with the use of the contractor. The project was poorly constructed and the water from the open channel is highly contaminated, leading to the outburst of fatal waterborne diseases, often at epidemic levels. Users are compelled to drink the same contaminated water as they have no other choice. We went to see the stream and asked a woman about the quality of water. He said, "The water is turbid, so I have put a piece of cloth on the faucet of the tap." He also asked the pump operator about the water, and he, in his reply, said, "The villagers who live near the source contaminate the water by cleaning their utensils, washing their clothes, and even letting their animals drink the water from the same open water canal which goes to the intake." One villager narrated the incident of how a monkey struck by a thunderstorm in April 1998 fell into the collection chamber, which was removed only after 3 weeks. Not only this, we often find frogs and snakes in RVT. The guard protecting the system told he himself does not use the water from the system for cooking and drinking. Prithvinagar Drinking Water Supply. The project is located at Prithvinagar Village Development Committee of Thapa district. It is an overhead pumping system with an overhead tank capacity of 450 cubic meters. The project is funded by His Majesty's Government of Nepal, and the system is poorly maintained by DWSO Thapa. The construction took 9 years to complete, beginning from 1988. This delay was due to limited budget allocation each year for the system. The system needed rehabilitation as soon as it was labelled as complete. DWSO's attempt to hand over the project to the Users Committee did not materialize because the users realized that the system was complex and expensive to maintain, unreliable, and it delivered water which is not suitable for drinking and washing clothes. Although DWSO Thapa refused to disclose the cost, the knowledgeable villager put the cost figure at rupees 14 million. There are 105 private tap connections, but none of the private tap owners are using the water for drinking purpose because of its turbidity. One of the users questioned about the sequencing of project execution and said, "It was very surprising why the system was constructed without proper examination of the water quality. All the complaints about the quality of water is ignored by DWSO and it is trying to hand over the failure project to us." The beneficiaries often question each other as to why do they need such a big tank to run a system with 105 taps. This is a gross waste of resource. The DWSO has reported that the construction of the system is complete, but there are no details of the system available, such as number of taps, the total length of the distribution line, the daily supply capacity of the tank, and the total cost of the project. Dhulikhel Drinking Water Scheme. Dhulikhel Drinking Water Supply Scheme is located 30 km east of Kathmandu Valley at Dhulikhel municipality. This is a gravity flow system in which a Kharkhula originating from a Mahabharat range has been used as a source. The construction of the project started in 1987 and was completed in 1992. It was handed over to the users in 1993. The total beneficiaries in 1987 were 6,840. This system has 803 private connections and 27 public taps. The project was designed and implemented by DWSO with the support of GTZ. The system is technically sound because GTZ and the Users Committee provided elaborate supervision during construction. The system is totally run by the WGC since the handover. The project could have been the best example of an agency-based system had it not incurred very heavy per capita cost. In present value terms, the per capita cost works out to over 17,000 rupees, which is very high compared to the existing norms. Bhairahawa Lumbini Groundwater Project. BLGWP was started by the government with the loan assistance of the World Bank. The first 2 phases